everyone. I am here. I want to make sure you guys know that we have a bold goal as a team this month. And I know it's almost the holidays and Monday is our holiday shipping cutoff. But I want to make sure you know our team is dedicated to selling, actually I'm dedicated to selling $1,800 in product between now and the end of the month. And so if you would like to help me meet that goal, guys, this is to earn a really awesome vacation. And if you're interested in getting some of your holiday shopping done and helping out a friend at the same time, let me know, message me, and I will take your order. In any event, we are headed this afternoon to a what are we headed to? Well, first we're going to go to a birthday party, but after that we're headed to a Hanukkah party at a friend's house who has celiac disease. That's my microwave with my butter. So I just wanted to share with you, it's not impossible. Like we are a gluten using household. And I just want to make sure you know that it's not impossible if you're someone that's new to gluten-free ways of making things. It's not impossible for you to make something safe for your celiac friends to eat. So I'm just going to grab this out of the microwave here. I just have some melted butter in here, and I'm going to let this sit a little bit on the counter. But one of the first things I want to make sure you know is that when you are cooking for a gluten-free friend, you want to make sure to wipe down all your countertops, wash them with soap or some kind of cleaning solution that can kind of get rid of any residue. So one of the things that's different from someone who's just gluten-free to someone who's celiac is that when someone has celiac disease, they are very sensitive to cross-contamination. So for instance, if you use a butter knife in butter to butter toast and then put it back in the butter to butter more toast, you cannot use that stick of butter for anything that you're making for your celiac friends. So before I even took butter out to put on the countertop, I wiped everything down. I wiped down my stovetop, and I re-cleaned everything with soap. And I actually used this Norwex dish cleaning cloth, and I like this because it's easy to rinse out and it dries quickly. And unlike a sponge, this isn't going to be able to retain any gluten agents that could cause cross-contamination when you're cleaning. So so just to give you an idea, like you don't want to necessarily use your same sponge to wipe down your countertop that you might normally if you were just cleaning normally. So, and if you've already used it to clean other things. So this is, again, when you are making something for a celiac friend, and just guys know that it's really scary a lot of times for our celiac friends to be able to eat something that's not prepared in their own home because they can't control the ingredients or the tools. So I want to make sure that I'm really sharing with you the importance of rewashing everything. Like this had just been washed, but it was sitting in my drain board, and so I re-washed it and dried it. And guys, I took a fresh towel out for drying all of the tools that I was going to use today. And I'm going to show you a super easy dump cake that's a really easy dessert to do. However, I just want to make sure that you understand that before you start anything, you want to clean every single utensil you're going to use. So it's a good idea to pull out all the tools you're going to use and wash them ahead of time. And so that was exactly what I did. And I'm going to show you now how easy it is to make a dump cake. Who here has made a dump cake before? Who here is a fan of dump cake? Guys, I have watched other consultants make all kinds of dump cakes. And actually, I already kind of opened that one. I'm going to show you. But and they look so super easy. And this is great because it's just a few ingredients, and one of them is a gluten-free cake mix that I got from Aldi. So, all right, so first of all, who has our can opener? Guys, these make awesome gifts. I have a customer who bought 6 of these as gifts this year. So if you're still looking for gifts or stocking stuffers or hostess gifts when you're invited to a holiday party between Christmas and New Year's, guys, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and order a few of these. Now, this is our smooth edge can opener. And I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to just go ahead, and this is going to grab as I turn clockwise. It just kind of grabs the can. And what this does is it leaves both the lid and the can smooth. And when you get all the way around, you can kind of feel the tension release a little bit. So to detach your can opener, you're just going to turn it counterclockwise, and that pulls it off. Then you see these little teethy things, this little beak thing, can you see that? So this little button controls it. So you're just gonna kind of put this over here and pull it up, and look at that. See, I'm not at all concerned, nothing sharp. And I'm just going to go ahead and dump this out. And guys, the other thing is that I even washed out my sink so that as I am rinsing things out and throwing things around, like just now, I used this to get my caramel sauce in here. I'm going to use this to get everything out of the, what do you call it, of the can. So these guys, again, it's important to make sure that you're using tools that have all been cleaned and that are safe. I already opened this just to make it a little bit faster. And again, same thing. We're just gonna get all of our apple stuff in here. Now I'm making this in my rock crop. Part of why I'm doing that, guys, normally I might make this in a in my 9x13 stone. But here's another thing: when you have a friend who's celiac, the stones cannot be cleaned in a way that makes them safe for someone who has celiac. So I don't use my stones for anything because I know that I, have done casseroles and pasta bakes and all kinds of stuff in my stones. So I probably should have sprayed this first. The instructions say to do that, and I even have this out and I didn't. Oh well, okay. Maybe I'll spray around the top here. Who here has the kitchen spritzer? All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spray because I know I'm gonna be putting some other stuff here. We'll see how this works. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm gonna pump it a couple more times here. But whoops, there we go. All right, so I'm just spraying kind of around here a little bit after the fact. Guys, you know what? Pampered, not perfect, right? Hi everyone. Hey Katrina. Hi Jill. Sorry. Hi Dana and Maritza. It's nice to see you guys on here. So, okay, so dump cake. All I did was dump 2 cans of apple pie filling in. And guys, while this doesn't necessarily say gluten-free, what you have to do is you have to read the ingredients. And there's no gluten-containing ingredients in here. So let me just rinse here. And again, I'm rinsing and then I am drying my hands on the towel that I pulled out of the laundry. Guys, this is Norwex washing day. All my Norwex stuff is in the dryer right now. So I pulled out a brand new towel that had just been washed. So, okay. So then the next thing we do is I have some nutmeg and cinnamon. Again, I had to wash out this little bowl as well as the measuring spoon that I used to be able to make this. And I've read a couple of different recipes. Some say to mix this in, some say to just leave it on top. Guys, there's more than one right way to do this, right? So I'm just gonna mix this in a little bit. And all it is cinnamon and nutmeg. And then I am going to put my caramel, guys, this is an apple caramel dump cake. And so I have a caramel sauce here that I'm going to dump on here. And guys, this is our measure-all cup. The recipe just calls for like a 1/4 cup or so. So I'm just gonna spread this out. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yes. I'm just gonna spread this out kind of all over here. So I wouldn't call this healthy, but the truth is, if you wanted to make this with just fresh apples and some cinnamon and nutmeg, you could totally do that. You think our apple core peeler would get you the apples the way that you needed them, nice and thin and no peel. So I'm just kind of spreading my caramel sauce on top there. And then here we go. So the next thing I need to do, put that back in there. The next thing I need to do, I melted butter in here, and again, clean this, even though this was already in my cabinet clean, okay? Oh, thank you, Jill. So this is actually for a friend. I am going to a friend's house who has celiac disease, and it is really hard for her. And my heart goes out to her because it's hard for her to do holiday gatherings because she has to be so careful about what she eats because she doesn't want to get sick. So this is just gluten-free cake mix, yellow cake mix. And I'm using, and I even cleaned the scissors again, guys, because seriously, cross-contamination is a very serious thing for someone who has celiac. So I am just cutting this here, and then I'm gonna dump this in here and just mix it. And again, this spatula was cleaned again, and this entire countertop was cleaned, even the what is this? The trivet that I'm on. So guys, really, like when you're making something for someone who's celiac, it is super important to re-clean everything with soap, so that you can avoid any cross-contamination, which again is why I'm using my rock crock. You can use this in your stone baker. You can use this if you cook in glassware. You can use it in that. And honestly, I would love to do this in the stone because then I know it wouldn't stick, right? But because she's celiac, I don't want to bring my stoneware into her house or have her try and eat anything that was cooked in my stoneware, because there's no way to properly, oh yeah, maple syrup. That's a great idea, Jill. So, and you know what? You could probably make this paleo by using almond flour, which is also celiac safe, but also paleo. So there's a lot of different ways to modify this. Guys, this is just super, super easy. And all I'm doing, whoops, I've got some big crumbles there. It says you want it crumbly. So literally, this is all I'm doing, is I'm just getting the cake and butter. I didn't put anything in this. It's cake mix. I didn't do eggs. I didn't do oil. All I did was 1 stick of butter, which I melted in the microwave, and then I melted it in that, and then I dumped my cake mix into it. And guys, now this is gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes. And this is gonna be our dump cake. And I will gladly show you guys a picture of it afterwards. But this is what's coming with me. Sherry, who just signed on, who's celiac, this would be safe for you too. Again, this is a super, super easy. And guys, you know, what's great now is that, you know, what's different now than maybe 5 years ago is that like every store has gluten-free items that you can get. This is just a plain old gluten-free cake mix, okay? So super, super easy. And I am going to bake this, and then I am going to put it in my rock crock slow cooker stand and in the carrier bag that I was able to earn as a host last month. And all my other hosts who were able to earn it last month, you can do this too. And then this is gonna come to the party that we're going to after the birthday party. And so even if it's not baked fully before we leave, once we get there, first of all, the rock crock stays hot kind of a long time, so it will continue to cook. And once we go to the party, we can plug it in the rock crock slow cooker stand, and I can either keep it on warm or I can put it on low. So guys, I just wanted to show you how simple and easy it is to be able to make something that's safe for your friends that are celiac when you're entertaining or when you're going to a party this holiday season. So remember, I'm gonna come back on because I have some awesome goals, and I'm excited for you guys to help us meet them. And I'll show you a picture of our yummy dessert later. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a great holiday season. And remember, Monday is the last day, is the cutoff for holiday shipping in time for Christmas. Take care.